The naval tension in West Asia is rising sharply. Iran is now warning that America's most powerful warships could become targets in the widening conflict. And the focus of that warning is the massive USS Gerald R operating near Saudi Arabia.
March 17th, 2026. The maritime landscape of the Middle East has been transformed into a steel ring of American firepower. In what military historians are already calling the most significant naval encirclement of the 21st century, the U.S. Navy has officially positioned two massive carrier strike groups, CSGs, and an armada of independent destroyers to completely isolate the Iranian coastline. As Operation Epic Fury enters its third week, the maximum pressure of the past has been replaced by a total maritime blockade that has effectively neutralized the Iranian Navy and severed its connection to the global economy. Leading the charge is the USS Gerald R. Ford, CVN-78, the world's most advanced nuclear-powered carrier, currently operating in the northern Red Sea off the coast of Al-Waj. Despite a recent non-combat-related fire in its laundry facility on March 12th, CENTCOM confirms the ship remains fully operational, launching relentless sorties alongside the USS Abraham Lincoln, CVN-72, which holds a dominant station in the Sea of Oman. Together, these supercarriers bring over 150 advanced strike aircraft, including the carrier variant F-35C Lightning II, to bear against the crumbling remnants of the Iranian regime. The steel ring, deploying the Arleigh Burkes.
If you believe that Iran should have a nuclear weapon, there's something wrong with you, because they would use it the only question is within 1 hour if they get it, or 1 day. They will use it, and they will blow up the entire Middle East, not just Israel. They'll start with Israel, but they will blow up. And you got to see that when they unexpectedly started sending missiles to every country within 1,000 miles of them. I mean, they're blowing up countries that were neighbors.
While the carriers provide the air cover, the workhorses of the encirclement are the Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers. At least 8 of these warships, including the USS Spruance, USS Frank E. Peterson Jr., and USS Michael Murphy, are now operating in a picket line formation that stretches from the Gulf of Oman to the northern reaches of the Persian Gulf.
A floating fortress capable of launching waves of fighter jets and missiles deep into enemy territory. Surrounding it is a powerful shield, guided missile destroyers, cruisers armed with advanced radar systems, submarines lurking beneath the surface. But now, Iran is openly challenging that power. Iranian officials have issued a warning directed at Saudi Arabia and regional allies hosting US military. Tehran says that any country providing support facilities for the USS Gerald R. Ford could become a legitimate target if the war escalates further.
These destroyers serve 3 critical functions in the current conflict. Tomahawk launch platforms. Since the opening salvos on February 28th, these ships have launched hundreds of RGM-109 Tomahawk missiles, systematically deconstructing Iran's coastal radar drone launch pads and the headquarters of the IRGC Navy, NEDSA, in Bandar Abbas. Integrated missile defense. Using the Aegis Baseline 10 system, these warships have intercepted hundreds of Iranian Khalij-Fars anti-ship ballistic missiles. This impenetrable shield has allowed U.S. assets to operate within the very range Iran once claimed would be a graveyard for carriers. Subsurface dominance. Accompanied by Virginia-class fast attack submarines, the destroyers have neutralized the threat of Iran's Ghadar-class midget subs, ensuring that the underwater theater remains firmly under U.S. control. The death of the Iranian Navy. The results of this naval surge are stark.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump has been telling reporters that an armada of U.S. Navy vessels is heading towards Iran. The revelation comes as the president renewed warnings to Tehran against killing protesters or restarting its nuclear program. According to US media reports, an aircraft carrier and several guided missile destroyers will arrive in the Middle East in days.
The Chinese dilemma. In a desperate bid to keep its economy afloat, the new Iranian leadership under Mojtaba Khamenei has reportedly offered safe passage to Chinese tankers. However, the U.S. Navy's presence makes such guarantees hollow, as American destroyers maintain the right to intercept any vessel suspected of smuggling IRGC assets or weapons. "We are not just monitoring the Gulf, we are controlling it," stated a senior Navy official. The era where Iran could use the Strait of Hormuz as a lever of blackmail is over. The lever has been snapped off. The attrition of the interior. The naval blockade is only half of the story. While the destroyers hold the coast, the air campaign has moved inland with terrifying efficiency. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Brad Cooper confirmed today that the combined U.S. and Israeli force has struck over 5,500 targets across 10 provinces. These strikes aren't just hitting military bases, they are dismantling the very infrastructure of the regime's survival.